Hello people sitting in how's it doing? Just bear with me what I'm going to say here. So the Irish Defence Force, the land forces of the Irish Defence Force, the Irish Army in other words, will be taking part in European, I suppose, battles, I suppose you could call them in some parts of the world. And that's the word to use. A German-led battle, should I say no more. So, first things first, I know there'll be some people saying, that's what they're there for. And I get what people are saying, that that's what they're there for, they have to fight and do this, that, But it's not Ireland's fight. And, like, countries that are going as Austria, the Czech Republic, Croatia, Netherlands, to be honest, and I'm going to put it very straight, I don't think we should even think about sending a soldier anywhere until this pay issues were solved, until this shortage in the armies was solved, and to the armies up in strength, I suppose you could say. It's not the soldiers. I'm sure the soldiers actually want to do something instead of sit at home and watch themselves becoming homeless every day because the less and less money they get by the state. And that's understandable. And I'm just thinking, if one of these soldiers get killed, these poor soldiers has a family, has a wife, one of them might die over in this leading battlegroup, whatever they call it, and one of them could die. Very, very, very obviously could nearly die. One of them could die. And what would the state give in return? What would they say they died for? They died for our freedom. They died for only 10 cents. That's more or less what's going to be said. Because they're not going to get anything. The soldiers that are going on this is not getting anything. It's the government. Because every country that's taken part in this will get a certain amount of money. Obviously, 13 or 17 million. Depends on who gets the money. Because they will give money towards it. Because obviously the higher ups in the EU bosses are like, Ireland, you have to do this. And the Irish government are like, we have to follow our master's lead like a pet dog. And I understand, people say this is the army. Get over it, you have to do this. But, Ireland has no war. Ireland, I understand peacekeeping. Peacekeeping's obviously Ireland's main thing to do in the army. And they've obviously done it for extremely good. But troops in the Netherlands have, they have the Department of Defence in the Netherlands. They have no issues of low morale. They have an absolutely huge, humongous navy, humongous air force, and have a decent, huge army compared to Ireland, with high pay, very well equipped, and very good morale. I'm saying this, I don't mean any offence to any soldier. I asked one soldier for a comment on this, and he was like to them, this is an EU thing. Ireland does not want anything to do with this, because Ireland hasn't got the funds. We haven't even got enough money to pay our troops, let alone send them out to fight some militias over in some part of the world. I don't know where they're going. But I would say to the government, think about, if I was president, if Michael Higgins had any cop on, I would say, you know what, Minister Leo Varadkar, 1 second. Our troops are lying on the street. People who used to be in the army are lying on the street. People who are in the army now haven't got anywhere to live because they're trying to pay themselves out of the army because they're that desperate. There's people barely able to scrape to pay their rents in the army. There's people barely getting even 10 cents an hour for work in the army. I'd be like to Leo Varadkar if I was the president. You will not send any troops or any of my troops anywhere until I say so, until this pay issue is resolved. That's what I want out of a president. They say to the Taoiseach, no, we will not send our troops over to die for 10 cents, for the families to grief over 10 cents, and not give them anything else. Because my first thing, before you send any troops anywhere, sort out the pay and conditions. Then think about sending them wherever the hell you want to. Because at the end of the day, at least they have something, they have money, at least their families to be taken care of. It's different treating them like shit. If you're going to give them something out of it, at least give them something out of it. Because you're going to send them over here. Maybe 6 or 7 might die. And what did they get out of it? What did they get an honour, a name. They get a name of glory. But at the end of the day, what would their family get? Would their family get a wage? Would their family end up homeless? That's what we have to think about. We have to think about these families. I'm saying every soldier that's been set on this is thinking about their families and hoping they come back. Because if they don't, fair to say their families might be homeless. Because this is the way the state's going. Because they're the only people working in their families, trying to provide for their families. And if they die, I never heard in my life of any, like the time of the Congo Civil War, there was troops from the Irish Army set out, they were out peacekeeping, there was a good few of them died, I think it was 13 or 17 that died. The Irish government back then, at least they had the decency to give them the families 175,000 each. 175,000 each was a good lot of money back then, in the 1960s. That was a good lot of money. That was a really, really good lot of money. And the Irish government probably won't give them a cent now. Would you believe that if any of them died? Please God, that none of our troops will die in any European conflict, anything to do with Europe, unless it's peacekeeping. Because this is a battle group. And to ask Ireland and get involved in the battle group is an utter joke. Especially because you're treating the army so badly. At least, I'm going to say this to Leo Franco. Do you know what you do, Leo? You get a helmet, you get a gun, you do a bit of training. Right, we send you out for 10 cents over to, let's say, Lebanon. We send you there for 5 or 6 weeks. If you've seen the suffering, if you've seen the amount of people who are lying dead on the road, that these brave men of opening the heron has to see, I say you want to go home. Because I don't think Leo Franco understands what this battle group's going to be doing. Because this is life and death, what's happening. It's not peacekeeping. You're not going over to shake people's hands and be all nicey. This is a war you're going into. You're going into conflicts. And I really hope Leo Franco looks and says, you know what, this man's right. We should not send our army over there until we sort out the issues that are in the army at the moment. And then I might give Leo Franco some credit.